And that brings us to the next point. When you are saying that there are two kinds of immigrants which are coming over here, one is Hindus who are trying to protect themselves from persecution, other are Muslims who are coming under a larger design of the land jihad or whatever you may call it. Now, NRC will have adverse consequences on both of these groups, or can you please explain that?
So let me just clarify what is the current status of the outcome of NRC. After the final draft has been released, 19 lakh people have been found to be illegal migrants, so to speak, out of a population of around 3.02 crores or something. Okay. And out of which the maximum number of people are Bengali Hindus and not Bengali Muslims. Okay. And which is why the central government, when they took up this particular process in 2016, when they came to power in Assam, they immediately went to the Supreme Court to say the structure and design of the NRC is flawed and it is going to facilitate legalization of illegal migrants more than deportation. But the Supreme Court shot down that particular request, and uska natija aapke aankhon ke samne abhi hai, which is the maximum number of people who have been excluded from the list as a consequence of that are Bengali Hindus, the ones who are persecuted, and the ones who come here for economic reasons or for other reasons are the ones who have benefited, because at one stage the court realized that there were multiple rackets for forging of documents which happened. You have had time for close to 40 years to become legal citizens, with active role being played by state governments in legalizing them. People are aware that in the 70s, the communist government in West Bengal was giving them ration cards, voter IDs, this and that. Again, that happened even in Assam. In Assam, when this IMDT Act was in challenge before the Supreme Court, the Congress government, the Assam Gana Parishad government came up with the position that this act is unconstitutional, it affects the rights of our people, and they filed an affidavit. Because the state government has to file its position. When the power changed and Congress came into power in Assam, they said there is nothing wrong with that legislation at all. It's perfectly justified. It's perfectly constitutional. Therefore, as a consequence of politics and the time they've had, they've been legalized. Okay. Therefore, while in principle I believe that NRC as an activity must be undertaken across the country, the existing problems with the structure of NRC must be addressed before it is applied all over the country. Otherwise, we will end up legalizing more people than detecting illegal migrants. In fact, if you look at the history of Aadhaar, the Congress government wanted to introduce Aadhaar in the first place. I think in the 2009 to 2014 regime, the Parliamentary Standing Committee headed by Yashwant Sinha at that point said that Aadhaar could be used to legalize illegal migrants and it could create trouble for India. And during the process of Aadhaar issuance, multiple news reports showed that fake Aadhaar cards were being created for illegal migrants. At the end of the day, it doesn't create citizenship, and Aadhaar may not be accepted as a document for an NRC process. However, it clearly shows that if somebody wanted a forged or a fabricated document, it was not difficult to get at all. Therefore, before addressing that particular issue, you could not have proceeded with an NRC, and that's what the government was trying to do. Most importantly, Bangladesh, be it Begum Khalida Zia or Sheikh Hasina, regardless of their friendship towards India, have always said that there is not a single Bangladeshi illegal migrant in India. That is their position. So that means if you want to deport, if the other country is not willing to take them, how will you deport? So there were two solutions. The 175th Law Commission report and the letter of S.K. Sinha clearly say you should not give them voting rights and you should not give them the right to purchase immovable property. This is the solution. They should be treated as stateless persons. So I think we should use the Citizenship Amendment Bill to ensure that persecuted non-Muslim groups from these Muslim majority countries are given citizenship in India, or at least refugee status, and the majority groups coming from let's say these countries, that is majority of that country, must be treated as illegal migrants and they must be deported. That's my position.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.